and welcome to the Quick Picks show here on bookmakers.com TV. I am joined by Darren Hughes, Mark Fordham, Charlie Mullan, and James Molloy. And we're going to give you 4 picks plus one from myself, which will be the host banker, to make sure we do not draw a blank on our first weekend. And that's going to save us on Sunday. We're going to go from the Premier League to cricket with the 100 to Formula One, a little bit of Italian football, and then back to the Premier League. In the coming weeks, of course, we will delve into some US sports as the NFL touches down and gets into gear. And beyond that, any sport that is worth watching across prime time anywhere on the globe will be covered in this Quick Picks show. Okay, let's kick it off. It is called Quick Picks. First up is James Molloy.
Cheers, Dean. So I've went for a game from the Premier League for my quick pick. So it's Brentford to win and over 2.5 goals in their game against Everton. If you can't find this market readily available, you should be able to combine them both in any bet builder or same game parlay for those on the other side of the Atlantic. So yeah, for the home team first, Brentford obviously came off a loss against Fulham 3-2 last week. Still fancy them easily to do the business here against a bad Everton side. They might give you a game at home, Everton, but they're atrocious away and have been all of last season, only won twice on the road since the start of the last campaign. And even with the new manager in, when Lampard took charge, they've only managed to get 4 points out of a possible 27 away from Goodison. Brentford, on the other hand, are actually surprisingly the 7th best home team in terms of expected goals, and they're second behind Arsenal and City this season for the amount of goals scored. Now, of course, the bloodbath against United boosted that a bit, but not every team in the league would have put 4 past them that day, so you have to fancy them to do the business here. In terms of the 2.5 goals in their last 7 games, this has happened every single time in the Premier League, so I think it's a good pick for the weekend.
Goals and Brentford to come good over Everton. Currently best price 2-1 or plus 200, wherever you to partake in your betting, of course. All right, thank you very much, James. Let's move on to Mark Fordham. Away you go.
Yeah, so we've got London Spirit against the Oval Invincibles in the 100 on Saturday evening. The London Spirit are pretty much already qualified for the next stage, and the Oval Invincibles are really need to get a couple of results to make sure they qualify. I've got Will Jacks to be the top batter in the game. He has got 2 of the 4 highest individual scores in the tournament thus far. And he's also scored over 80 runs more than any other London Spirit player. So he looks a pretty good shout to be the highest run scorer in the game. And 3-1 or plus 300, it seems like unbelievable value to take advantage of to me.
Okay, so that's Will Jacks then to come out as top batsman, London Spirit, of course, against the Oval Invincibles on Saturday. All right, let's move on then to a little bit of Italian soccer. I didn't think I'd be saying this on the first week of the Quick Pick show, but we're off to Italy with Charlie Mullan.
We are indeed, Dean. I'm going for a Serie A matchup between Sampdoria and Salernitana. Serie A hasn't really kicked into life yet. There's been 2 rounds of fixtures. Both teams not to score and under 2.5 goals has been a winning bet in 9 of the 20 matches played so far. And it's also been winning bets in each of Sampdoria and Salernitana's 2 matches so far this season. And if you look at the 2 meetings last season in the league, that was also a bet that landed. So for that reason, I'm going for both teams not to score and under 2.5 total goals, which is available at 7-5 or plus 140.
A low-scoring affair in Italian football. Who'd have thought about it? And yeah, it's never happened before. I like that, Charlie. Well done. Let's move on then to a bit of Formula One. We're back into the cars with Darren Hughes.
Yeah, so my tip for the week is for Lewis Hamilton to beat Charles Leclerc in a match bet in Spa this weekend as the Formula One returns from its summer break. It's currently odds of about 5-6 or minus 120 in American odds. Reason for the bet is it's highly likely Ferrari are going to take a penalty, an engine penalty this weekend. Their next 3 races after this, they're not going to take an engine penalty for one of those. One of them is being Monza, their home race, which they're never going to take an engine penalty there, and the other 2 races just aren't, or the other 2 tracks I should say, aren't penalty worthy. So it's pretty likely they're going to take one in Spa this weekend, where they're probably going to be at a disadvantage anyway given the nature of the track. For those of you who want to get really cheeky, you could probably Dutch up Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, which means stake your bets that you're getting an equal return if either of them wins, because there's actually a fair chance Red Bull might take a penalty as well, though they may be more likely to wait for Monza. But certainly for this weekend, Lewis Hamilton to finish ahead of Charles Leclerc in Spa would look an unbelievable bet.
Okay, odds of 5-6 or minus 120 for Hamilton to come good over Charles Leclerc in the Formula One this weekend. Now, I did tell you there would be a host's banker because if all of these lads get it wrong, then I want you to find something that will get it right. And Tottenham Hotspur are away at Nottingham Forest. They've been terrible this season, but still wrapped up 7 points, including a hard-fought draw at Stamford Bridge. Apart from a little bit of a dazzling display at Southampton, they haven't quite hit their straps. I'm expecting it to happen this weekend. The bookmakers have them at 1-2, so you're not going to get super rich. It's minus 200, but they will come good. They are the banker this week from the host on the Quick Pick show here on bookmakers.com TV. The rest of the bets, of course, Brentford and over 2.5 against Everton. Will Jacks to be tops batter in the 100 London Spirit against the Oval Invincibles. Salernitana versus Sampdoria, both teams not to score and under 2.5 goals. And of course, Lewis Hamilton to come good over Charles Leclerc in the Formula One. The summary is there. That has been this week's Quick Picks show. Thank you for watching.